If you are spending the first 30 minutes of your session drawing lines on every single minor move on your chart, you're wasting energy before you even look for a setup. The problem is the unnecessary chart work leaves your screen cluttered and makes it hard to see the actual trend. Watch carefully because this structured process removes that repetitive work. This is the manual mapping replacement, the same market structure process applied instantly. Now this is where it gets powerful. I'm going to show you the exact process manually so you understand why these levels matter. Then I'll show you how the companion tool applies this same process instantly across your charts. So when we understand our swing range, where we have a previous break to the downside here in the market, and then we also have a high here of a high of a range, and you'd have a low of your range sitting right here. Once you understand your range or logic, then you need to eliminate and erase that noise in the market internally. Now your internal noise is within this move to the upside. So how do we define that internal noise? Zoom into those areas on those candles. Now the way we look to map our internal structure is very simple. Once we identify this candle here closing to downside below this previous candle's low, that bearish candle that closes below that bearish candle, this creates a high here in the market. Now this high, we'll make this a dashed line, is the start of an internal high. Now it's a liquidity area in the market which is likely to be swept. Now you can see that actually we sweep it once, twice, 3 times, and eventually we break up with this candle. Now, once you see this break up, this is starting to raise that internal noise because now you understand that we have now shifted to a bullish bias internally in this market to run higher. We do have this previous buy to sell move here in the market, which creates what we class an area of 4-hour supply. So I just make that into a 4-hour supply. You'll start to understand why the market's shifting as it is. This is our first break of structure to the upside, which is an IBOS, internal break. This becomes a valid high because we see this candle closing down. When we see this break to the upside, we also have to validate the internal range low. And this is going to be our range low. Now, it's very simple to understand the range logic, and in fact, you can watch that later in the next video coming up. But once you see this internal structure, you've erased that internal noise, and then you're looking for the market to show you that shift. Now, to make it even more simplified, to show you how we look at this internal structure and how we can use it to look for entries, let me just place on the companion tool. Now, I love using my tool because it's not only going to show me those levels instantly on the chart, it stops me from making those manual errors that I still make today. So let me just remove everything off the chart so you can see the actual tool plotting this for me. So where we see this IBOS to the upside, and then we have an internal low, internal high. What we're looking for, because prices come back into this previous area of 4-hour supply, we'll want to see the market shift lower. Let's see if we can see the market shifting lower. And you'll see as the market pushes down, we're heading towards the liquidity of this low. And we get a break of structure, a new IBOS. That indicates we have a bearish bias. Now, I don't look at the actual internal structure here to sell from this high. This to me is an internal high. That's a liquidity area for the market to run. So what I'm going to look at is as the market pushes down, we have this single candle where we have a push to the upside, and this is going to create an internal area of supply. Why am I using this candle? Well, look at how the market came here. Let me just mark this out. We have this area within this area. This candle pushes through, leaving an imbalance below. And I'll mark it out for you so you can see. Understanding these areas, this is an imbalance sitting in between here. Now it's an internal imbalance, so I don't use it to trade, but I use it to identify good areas where the market's going to come back to. And this is a perfect area. And this is where I look for an entry off this zone. We will stop above the high. And I look to target eventually this weak low here on the 4-hour. So we've erased that noise of the internal structure. So now you understand the actual internal structure and how this actually help you. Let's learn how these internal levels are going to help you to understand liquidity. Now, for the market to continue lower, I'd want to see it pulling back to run the internal high. We basically created this internal high below this zone I've just shown you. And it's an area where we're going to want to run liquidity. So you can either look for an entry above this high, like I've just marked, or you can look for an entry after we see the event happen. Now, by that, I mean you're looking for that candlestick reaction. So it's all about understanding that internal noise. Now, when you go down to lower time frame, what I'm applying here on a 4-hour time frame can also be applied to a 1 minute time frame. And in fact, using this type of method on a lower time frame will help you to erase that noise even on the lower time frame. So if we understand the logic, we know we're bearish on a swing structure. We're now bearish on an internal structure, removing the noise internally. We've got one direction we're looking for the market to go, to run this low. So let's see if we get a pullback into the area. And we do. We get a push up. Now, this does not mean we couldn't see a continuation to run our stop. But look at this one candle. This one candle pushed above this internal high. It did create a new breaker structure. But what I was looking for is for the market to run and hold at this area of supply. And that's what happened. And the market's pushed back. We had a push for the internal low. And that's where we expect price to run to next, as that is the liquidity low where market will need to run for more liquidity. And look at what happened when we ran all the way down there to take that internal low, and then we closed all the way back up. Once you understand about the noise in the market on internal structure and how you can avoid that noise, you would not be trapped in any buys here right now, because you're looking to buy this market. One, you see an internal breaker structure perhaps. Two, you see this sweep of this low, a big strong lower wick, expecting a continuation to run higher. That is far from what you're seeing. You've seen the market still bearish on swing structure. You've seen the market come out of an area of 4-hour supply. You've seen the shift in the internal structure. We're just looking for the continuation to the 4-hour week low. If you stick to that idea, when you erase the noise internally, this is how you're going to help to identify these types of setups. Let's go forward a few candles. So you can see the market continues to move sideways within this zone. We never break the high. We never go for this internal high. What's happened is once we broke this low, the market did sweep the internal high of the internal structure. Try and get your head around that for the moment. In fact, if you are struggling with internal structure, do leave a comment below and let me know if this video is helping you with erasing that noise in the internal structure. But once you understand how the internal structure works within a range, a swing range, the larger swing, then you'll start to understand how to find these potential entries. So now I expect the continuation to break structure again. Let's see if we can break structure. So the market continued to move sideways first, sweeps the high again. Look at this, inside our same area. We get a sweep just of that high within this previous area. So the market pushes in, creates that lower high, inside again. Look, we sweep the outer boundary of that area, then we take the internal low back to downside with a new IBOS. So again, we have a bearish bias. Now you may be thinking, well, perhaps this is now again we can start looking for a sell again. And you could look for a new area to sell from. And to be honest, this would be a valid area of supply. You could look for an entry to run into this area, selling from this area of supply back to that low. Now, we are nearly a 2-to-1 risk to reward, so if we got a pullback, that would be a valid time to enter the market. So once you start to see how you align the swing structure with that internal structure and you erase that noise, you can start to see how you can pick up these types of entries. Let's run and see what happens with price. We've come back up. Will we get triggered into that second position? And I do believe, let's just pull this across, we have been pushed into it. So you can see that even if you missed this first entry, you misread where the potential area was, and you've actually come into this entry, you see you've been triggered into that trade and out of the new area of supply, and then we're looking for a run of the internal low and the 4-hour week low at the same time. So you know you've got an area where we've got the swing range low, we've got the internal range low that you're looking for the market to run to. Let's see what happens. We get a deeper pushback again into this area of supply. We're still hovering around that area. Let's see if we're going to continue up or down, and we push down and we take the final profit target. So hopefully you're starting to see the difference between what internal structure is going to give you and swing structure. Your swing structure is your main bias. Your internal structure, once you erase that noise, is the potential area to look for liquidity points in the market where you're looking for sweeps, looking for those areas of supply and demand, and looking for the entries. Now, I've just gone through here, basically today, what I class as a set and forget entry style. We had a set and forget entry off this area and a set and forget entry off this area. Now, you can also go down to these areas on lower time frames. And when you look at this closely, at this area of price, you can identify we get the drop, the pullback into an area here of supply and continuation. So a lower time frame, you're going to find a similar thing. Now, if you're not sure what I'm talking about, look at this small candle right there. This candle acts as an area of potential supply. And the same thing we see here. The market does come up, we push down, we sweep a high this time on internal, but this is our previous high. And if you look closely, this is what's happened. Prices come up, made this high, took this low, came back into that wick, head to the right. Prices held at that wick, inside areas, and then we've dropped to downside. So once you start breaking it down, even on this higher time frame, you can see the areas where price is going to react. And once you go down to lower time frames here, you'll be looking at the same thing. Looking to your swing range, looking to erase that noise on your lower time frame entry when you're looking at the internal structure, and you apply the same thing again. The reason I show you here on this 4-hour time frame is not because it doesn't happen on the lower time frames, it's easier to see. The candles are less erratic on a higher time frame. Why I always suggest to anybody who looks to trade at the moment, never drop to lower 1 minute charts or 3 minute time frames. Look to enter only on a 15 or 30 minute time frame. If you want to apply this same process automatically, the companion tool gives you the same structure process without having to repeat this manual work every time. You can access the tool, training, workflow, and support system through the link below. Now, if you want to carry on watching the next video, which I said earlier on in this video, which goes through to understand that range logic and how you can actually map up your ranges correctly, do check out this next video coming up. It'll teach you step by step on how to map structure.